Although most charges are automatically handled by Hydroscribe, you can still manually assign charges to customers' accounts. To do so, simply go to Accounts and click on Manage Customer Accounts, and it brings up a list of your customers. Now, if you have a long list of customers, remember you can always click in the search box and type a unique piece of information that identifies a specific customer. For example, you can type in their customer ID and it will bring up just that customer. Then you click on the customer to enter their customer profile. Now, all we have to do is scroll down until we see customer charges. So here's customer charges, and as you can see, this customer has no charges out there at the moment. To add a charge to the customer's account, you click the green Add button and it takes you to the Add Customer Charges screen. Now you'll notice that the customer ID and the pool ID are automatically assigned. Do not change those. Simply turn your attention to the next field over, which is the charge type. In other words, what kind of charge are you adding? So let's look at the choices. You can add a labor charge. So you did something for the customer and you want to charge them for that work. So that's when you choose a labor charge. You can also put in a part charge. This will require you to type in the part name. Same thing for a chemical charge. Now, if you don't know the part name and you'd rather pull the name and the price from inventory, you can choose part charge from inventory. We'll come back to that in just a second and show you how to do that. You can also pull a task list, which is a list of labor tasks that have a price associated with it. Or you can pull a charge code, which is another way of charging for labor. So let's look at how to assign a part charge by pulling the name and the pricing from inventory. So we click on that option and it changes the screen. So we select the date that we did the work. Let's say it was on the 1st. And then we get to choose the part from inventory. Now you'll notice that it gives you the name of the part and it gives you the price for each that you're going to charge the customer. So let's go ahead and select one of these parts, and then we get to put in the quantity. Now when you put in the quantity, it's going to actually multiply the quantity times the price for each part, and it's going to add that to the customer's account. So now that we've filled in all that information, the only field left is the service request number. We'll come back and talk about this in just a few minutes. So we've added all the information we need to, so let's click the submit button and add the charge. Now I can go back to the customer profile and scroll down to customer charges, and as you can see, it has now added that charge quantity 2 to the customer's account, and as you can see, the amount is twice what the each cost was. So now we have a total charge of $117.34. Now let's go back and add a different charge. So we just added a part charge from inventory. So this time let's pull a task list charge. So we select the date. Let's select the 30th. And now all we have to do is select from a task list. Remember, a task list is just a list of labor tasks with a charge attached to it. So here's one, for example, to backwash a filter for $150. So let's choose that, and we're going to leave the quantity as 1 and click the submit button, and we add the charge because we got a success message. So now we can go back to the customer profile, scroll down until we see customer charges, and there is the new charge to backwash the D filter for $150. Okay, now this time what we're going to do is we're going to go back out and we're going to choose a different customer, and we're going to this time add a charge to a service request. A service request, as you know, is simply a job that has been done. So we're going to scroll down to customer charges, and as you can see, there are already 2 charges out here for this customer for job 252, service request 252. So let's go ahead and add a charge to this service request. Now, when would we add a charge to a service request? We'll do that because we want to bill this job separately. So let's just say we want to add a part from inventory, and we want to add it to that service request. So let's again go ahead and add the date, and we're going to choose the part from inventory. So let's choose a different filter, this one for $76.14, and we're going to leave the quantity as 1, and this time we're going to type in the service request number, which is 252. So we're going to apply this charge to that specific job. So we click the submit button, we get our success message, and now we're going to go back to the customer profile, scroll down until we see customer charges, and here's customer charges, and here's the filter that we just added for $76.14. So now we can bill this specific job, and the only charges that will be included on this job are the charges for job 252. And that's how you individually and manually add charges to a customer's account.